Get down in the car, one time give it all. Bust it open hard, let me see you drop. Get down in the car, one time give it all. Bust it open hard, let me see you drop.
All right, once again, welcome to Big Says Conversations. Today, I have my man Kal and Red here from Okinawa's own Club Diamond. We're going to have an interesting conversation today. We're going to talk about black businesses and how we can go about growing this thing. And before we get into it, I'm going to let you hear from the men themselves. Kal, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself?
My name is Calvin Fairley, originally from Mobile, Alabama. Retired U.S. military. I did 21 years, and I currently reside in Okinawa. Been here about 13 years now. Never plan on leaving.
Okay, 13 years. That's a minute. All right, 13 years. So you were stationed where?
Originally Torrey Station.
Torrey Station. And you were there how long?
6 years.
6 years at Torrey Station. And during that time that you was at Torrey Station, what made you say, hey, you know what, this is it. This is home for me?
When I was in America, I actually owned a bar and a club in Fort Campbell, Clarksville, Tennessee. And when I got here, I just saw so many business opportunities, and I'm like, you know what? I think I'm extending what I was doing in America, extending here in Okinawa, and start a business here in beautiful island, beautiful weather, you know. And to be honest, you know, there's nothing for me in America, so I have no reason to go back.
Hey, you know what? That's a common theme, man. You know, but I can relate. All right, we're gonna transition over to you, Big Red. Holla at me, man. Tell me a little bit
what's
about
going
yourself.
on, famo? How's everybody doing? Yeah, this is your boy Big Red from Hawaii. Yeah, there is black people over there. The first king is black. Don't let nobody fool you. Look at the pictures.
Okay.
You know, I came over here as the GS employees. I was originally over here as an Air Force enlisted person that was trying to do a service at Kadena back in 2000. It took me 17 years to get back here. I came back in 2017, had a whole family. Have 7 children now. So I made a decision back when I was in Florida, right before we came out here, to start a business out in Florida. And once we came back here, I already knew I wasn't going to leave, so I knew that this was home. So I immediately went to work to start the businesses that we trying to do out here, so that, you know, my children can have legacy and we can do what we need to do for black people out here in Okinawa.
Man, that is awesome, bro. I tell you what, man, you mentioned something on that legacy thing, man. In one of my interviews, I talked with Command Chief Master Sergeant Ron Bass, man, and we were talking about legacy. And, you know, and we both were talking like, you know, prior to our generation, there wasn't really there was legacy there, but I don't know if there was emphasis behind making sure that, you know, hey, I want to make sure that I'm leaving this for my kids, you know. I'm going to get on the grind so I can do X, Y, and Z so that they can see that work ethic and then, you know, capitalize on that and continue to carry it forward. So when you hear the word legacy, what exactly does that mean to you? Either one.
To me, a legacy is something that you leave behind.
Okay.
It's like a footprint for others to follow. And I try to set an example for my kids and say, hey, no matter what you think you can't do, just understand that you can do, because I'm living in a foreign country and I have businesses over here. Whereas a lot of people, you know, they struggle in America to start a business, whereas anything that you put your mind to, you can do it. And leaving a legacy for somebody to follow is simply that. You leave them a blueprint and say, hey, build off of what I did.
Man, that's awesome, bro. Hey, man, I saw an episode about a year ago, man, about this real estate investor, man. I can't think of his name off the top of my head, man. He's part of he's with the group, the hip hop preacher Eric Thomas. He's big in the real estate right now, and he was working on this building that was left in his family, and in that building he found like a handwritten will where he had it wasn't his grandfather, it was his great grandfather who was a slave, was freed, saved up enough money and purchased I think it was like 30 acres of land, and he had three daughters, and his legacy was gave each one of them daughters 10 acres. So when he saw that, it just made him strive harder, you know, as a police officer to get out of that 9 to 5, and that was his name of his book, 9 to 5 Millionaire.
Nice.
To get out of that 9 to 5 as a cop to get into real estate, man. But I digress, man. I say all that, man, to just recently, man, Phi Beta Sigma just did a coming out show at Club Diamond. And during that show, man, you guys were talking about, promoting black businesses and whatnot. I saw there was a lot of business cards. I took a few business cards, left a couple of mine there as well. And I thought that was just amazing, man. So we definitely want to get out back on that, man. So, Kal, can you tell us about some of the business ventures that you're involved in right now?
So I started prior to COVID in 2019, 2020, an organization that's called Collective Connection.
Okay.
And basically it is a black-owned business where my goal was to bring all the black-owned businesses in Okinawa together.
Okay.
And we start building other businesses for other entrepreneurs in Okinawa. For example, you come to me and say, Kal, I'm trying to start a barbershop. So once you join the Collective Connection, you pay monthly dues or whatever, but your money goes into other helping us build other businesses.
Okay.
So that was one of the goals. And me and him, now that COVID is over, well, not really over, but that's some of the things that we're trying to get back into is bringing all these black-owned businesses together, business owners together, let them share their experience with the entrepreneurs out here. Give people, because when people see other people are doing it, it gives them hope.
Right.
They say, man, they got a business out here, then I can do it too.
Yeah.
If I see you doing something, I be like, okay, he's doing this. And that's what the collective is about, is to bring everybody together and say, hey, this is what we got going on. This is what we're doing. Do you want to be a part of it? Do you want to help us grow? Do you want to help us flourish so that we can help you, whatever your business is?
Okay. I like that.
And no matter what you do, once we get you into your business, it's your business.
Right.
You only owe 25% of your gross back to the collective.
Right.
Because the collective got to keep eating.
Exactly.
In order for the collective to grow and help somebody else start their business, we got to get money back into the collective.
Basically, everybody brings something to the table so everybody can eat.
Exactly. Just like my brother Red was saying, what you always say? Put it back in what?
Hey, we recycling.
Recycle.
We just put it right back into the community. So that's, we basically summing up what legacy really is. So legacy isn't just something that, you tangibly, hand it down.
Right.
It could be an idea. And when it comes to legacy, it's a togetherness. It's not like, oh, it's one person. Well, this person did this and this person started this. It's supposed to be something where somebody initiated it.
Okay.
So it takes one person to initiate it, but it takes all of us to succeed. And what I mean by that is, from the civil rights movement, it took one person to basically say, all this stuff that's going on in this community, all this stuff that's going on in the world isn't right. And then multiple people came and joined into it saying that, you know what, this isn't right. We need to do this together. And that's what left a legacy for somebody else to pick up to say, what, you know what, we're just not gonna let this stuff go. We're gonna make this stuff happen. And that's what we're doing with business. So not just where, we just trying to make money for ourselves. We just trying to make money for our families. That's easy to do. You do that with your own job. You get your retirement, you have a little nest egg, you save a little trust, and buy a house and pass that down. That's supposed to be called an inheritance. To me, that's not legacy.
Right.
Legacy is when we all doing it together. Everybody's building it together,
Right.
And that's what we're trying to do here. And that's essentially the catalyst to everything that we've been doing.
Man, I tell you what, man, that you took it all the way back to the civil rights, man.
Yeah,
Hey, man, so
that's one of the key things we always say is, I always tell people, I want to build a Black Wall Street in Okinawa.
come on, man.
I really want to. I want to have black-owned businesses in Okinawa. And I'm not condoning any other race, but I look at the Indians out here doing it. I look at the other races out here doing it.
Right.
They own all these businesses over here, and we are far few in between. But we could do exactly the same thing that they're doing, but we could do it better because we've been there. We built.
Yeah.
We came from nothing and became something. So
Come on.
Well, I can't say we came from nothing. We our stuff was taken from us.
Taken from something, became nothing.
It was stolen. And to piggyback off of what my brother's saying is we want to make sure that people understand that this isn't about a race thing or a black thing. We support everybody. So people that see me, that know what's going on, we support all races. We big up everybody. We support everybody else's business. And so we bringing them with us.
Yeah.
The only issue that we're talking about right now is when it comes to us, we never had these opportunities, and the opportunities that we did have, and we were trying to do it. Not only was they stealing it from us, but they was assassinating all the people that was trying to make it happen.
Well,
So we're now in the opportunity now that we don't have that person or those things that is trying to come in between, where we got the black Jesus and the Judases
I've been biting my tongue so much.
and all that, to come against us, for us to try to make sure that the community is great, because we just a community. It has nothing to do with skin, it has nothing to do with color. It's just the fact that everybody knows that we've been so oppressed for so long, and that all these things have been happening. So right now, me and my brother, we have this opportunity. We have the same mindset to try to break those barriers and to not condone that environment that they try to give us, where we don't want to look at our brothers the same. We look at them as if they are the problem. They're gonna be crabs in a bucket and destroy what we have going on,
man.
But we know that that's all the enemy. So we now have this environment out in Japan, specifically Okinawa, which is awesome. That is loving the way that we doing things, and we are coming together as a unit. It's a lot of black people that has been coming through in the last 5 years that I ain't never seen in my life, where it seemed like almost the population from the military is at least 40% that's black, and then they in positions that are elevated. So they not like, oh, well, this is like some little young, little E1 or, some little GS5. They in positions of power where they over EEO, they GS13s, 14s, 15s, supervisors, master sergeants, first sergeants, chiefs, generals, officers. They all out here. And so, we need to celebrate that, the fact that, again, that legacy that was started back in that time is now coming to fruition, because, again, we all are in that together.
Man, let me tell you something, bro. You're going to have me changing the title of this
That's what I'm trying
podcast
to
all together, man. But you know what, man? Bro, because you preaching right now. You preaching right now, and I ain't mad at you.
Hey, y'all started off with it, man.
And that's the kind of conversations me and my brother have together. We talk like this together all the time.
See, but that's the power of it, man. You mentioned something. You know what? Hold on. I'm gonna pump the brakes, because I don't want to get off track. I want to kind of structure this a certain way. We talked about the businesses that you're operating around in Red. Let's elaborate a little bit on what you're doing right now.
Yes, sir. So what I had started for the community, again, is I had opened up a 24-hour daycare right on BC Street, because the community was crying for it. They saying the CDC is not being there for the people and trying to get them in trouble, and they don't have it for the people that's working all hours, which doesn't make any sense. You're supposed to cater to the military and be 24 hours, and they don't have anything that's 24 hours. So since I was in a position to do that, that's what I did. And in the same facility, we have a clothing store called Kabati World Closet that we're trying to get online. My brother Kal ended up helping us to do the flyer so that we can get employees there to ensure that we can maintain this for the community. We used to have Fat Boys Barbecue. That was a little bit too much, because once we took over Club Diamond, because that was around the same time that we were trying to do it.
That's what I remember.
Fat
Boy Barbecue. That's what I remember, bro. It was I couldn't try to remember. I couldn't put my finger on it, man.
Do a Fat Boys Barbecue.
Yeah, Fat Boy Barbecue, because I got me a nice fat plate.
Yeah, my brother switched gears on me and found this opportunity at Club Diamond. And it wasn't supposed to be as much of a headache as it was. Yeah. So I had to make a decision. So I made a decision to do that, so that we can get that on track, because we know that from that business we can help a lot more of our peoples to come out of that to build what we're trying to do as the Black Wall Street.
But you know what, man? I'm gonna have to let's give it up, man. Let's give it a pause for the daycare, man, because there's a parent, a father with 2 kids that was going through
it, man.
Going through it with the daycare, man. You had, bro.
Hey, I appreciate it. See, and that's what I did. I got 7, and a lot of people was kind of finicky about it when we first started. They didn't think that it was gonna work, but then they start seeing that this is real. We treat everybody as family, so it's not just us.
Right.
This is just me in general, because this is how we supposed to be as a unit. Is when we look at people, we are all from the same race, and that's humankind. And so I look at you as my brother. I look at him as my brother. I look at everybody else as my brother and sister, because we all one community, and that's the reason why we made that thing happen. So it's a 6-story building. This thing don't make no money to try to have it to be like that, because it's specifically just for the community. It was supposed to be a club/restaurant.
Right.
And so since They didn't want us to have all the noise because they knew we was gonna bring in all the people, making all that noise. They didn't want that to happen. They didn't want us to have the restaurant because again, they was gonna have all these people. They ain't want us to shut down the block. So I said, you know what? You tell me what we can't do.
Yeah.
And here's the list of the things that we got on the list. Right. And so it's like, all right, well, people was complaining about the daycare at the time. And that's what we did. So a lot of people from the security forces, a lot of people from the hospital, they needed it. You know, they was going to have to activate the family care plan. So, you know, that's what we had going on. And then the second issue that a lot of people was barking about in Okinawa, Buku and all this other stuff was the AC cleaning. So I started a AC cleaning company called Malachi Kazuku AC Pros to help with that. Because every time somebody would go out, they say, yeah, this is the price. And then when they get there, they upselling and saying, well, you know, this was taking this. And since they already there, these people was like forced to try to purchase it. And then they wouldn't even really do what they said that they was going to do. So it was just crazy. So, you know, since, you know, I'm in that field, I felt like I could help them. And that's what, you know, I decided to do. And then here coming down the pipe, me and my brother, we're trying to start up a restaurant. We're trying to bring some soul food flavor to the island. And right now, you know, the places that we're trying to get, they trying to block us from it, that we're trying to make happen. Right now, I'm trying to work on bringing in the first, I can't really say the first because they brought it this lame ass fucking Panda Express. Yeah. But, you know, American Chinese restaurant, so I'm naming it Bruce Leroy's. Right. So I'm working on all the recipes and stuff like that to have that up and running.
Yeah, I saw the logo, so
I'm
already
trying to make that happen so people know what it is. So it's like, it's Chinese, but you know who behind it.
Exactly.
Okay. And then I'm trying to get the little rental car and car sales for the same thing because a lot of people, they need cars whenever they PCSing in, PCSing out, or if they trying to pick up TVs and stuff from the BX because, you know, they don't have no delivery service to try to make that happen. It's just some things that we got coming down the pipe. So it's
we got 100 jobs.
Hey, we got 100 jobs. Hey, that's an island thing, man.
Hey, man. Hey,
that's an island thing.
But check this out, man. On the transition, real quick, man. Earlier, you know, both of y'all mentioned, you know, I'm chopping it up with these are the type of discussions that me and my brother have all the time, man. And I think that is so key, man, because one of the things that I talk about in my podcast is having a positive mindset. And, you know, and it's a 5-step, I call it RAIN, you know, recognize, analyze, recognize your mindset, analyzing, oh man, I forgot my own steps. Implement, and then nourish. So, and in that implement and nourish aspect of it, one of the key things is surrounding yourself with positive people. And I think because y'all both have that entrepreneurial mindset, when y'all bumping ideas about it between each other, man, it's just a smooth flow. And because ain't nothing worse than having
a long conversation,
a normal conversation. You know what I'm saying? You know, and that's normal to you because y'all are connected with that mindset. Not everybody's on that level, man. And that's powerful, man. So I think that is something that I know I be searching for, you know, because a lot of times I'll have ideas, but I've learned over the years, you know, I'm double nickel.
You're seasoned, man. You're seasoned.
I'm double nickel. So my thing is, you can't tell everybody everything. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't need to know your next move because my thing is they will end up pulling you down as opposed to elevating you up, especially if they're not there yet. So and sometimes it's a bad thing, you know. And I'm not knocking anyone, but the fact that you two brothers are already connected like that, entrepreneur mindset, y'all both business oriented. When y'all throw stuff back and forth, that's a positive thing. So my thing is, I say all that to say this: y'all gonna see more of me. Gonna see more.
Well. Let me tell you, just like how it came with me and you, how it came with me and my brother, it had nothing to really do with entrepreneurship. It was more of taking care of each other. Yeah. So this brother, every time I seen him, he would take care of me.
Right.
And likewise, I would return the favor. Exactly. So that's all business is.
Right.
Is I know that you gonna take care of me. Yeah. I'm gonna take care of you.
Yeah.
And that's why it was an easy transition. He didn't know I was doing no business. And he barely told me about his business. I didn't care about nothing that had going on about business. Right. It was more of when he out, I got you.
Right.
When I'm out, he got me.
Right.
And that's how it's always been. That's what's continued to be. And that's why I'm saying, like, this is my brother. This is what we got going on. Just like when we had the conversation, you know, it's like, hey, it's just good people. We got this. I say, you taking care of us. We gonna take care of you. And that's why I said, I got you.
Exactly.
Because this is how we supposed to be doing things. And that's the business mindset, really, where, you know, it's more about us as people versus, you know, bottom line.
Right. And, you know, and that's the foundation, the true foundation of Black Wall Street. You know, you got up there in Oklahoma, you have farmers, merchants, and whatnot. Hey, look, I got these cows. I got gallons of milk. I see you raising corn. I'm gonna exchange my corn for your milk. You know, that barter system. You know what I'm saying? So it was
and it's recycled.
You take care of recycling that money. That's your word right there. I gotta. Hey, give it up. Recycling that money in the community. So I think that's very important, and that's something that I think a lot of us have lost sight of because we've got very materialistic in our ways. But my thing is, man, the fact that we have a group of individuals that still understands that concept and willing to bring it back is important, man, because I think we're gonna help people along the way, and more than that, we're gonna educate people on the right way to do things, man. And I applaud y'all on that.
And that's what we got to do. We hit on the right thing with the fact that, you know, this is something that was purposely instituted to brainwash us, to have us to focus on greed, to focus on this word called success versus what we talked about at the beginning, which is legacy, what we talked about. And, you know, within this conversation about the togetherness, the fact that, you know, no matter what's going on, I know you got this, I got you. I got this, I know you got me. Even if I don't have it, you should have me, because we're supposed to be taking care of each other. Like, that's what this is all supposed to be about.
Man, come on, man. We gonna change. we gonna change this all up, man. This ain't a big sales conversation. This is church. This is church today. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, we are on a few.
Hey, bro, I'm telling you, man. I absolutely love this, man. You know, so my thing is, you know, when it comes to physical fitness, one of the things I like to talk to people about, having a conscious workout. I mean, actually putting thought into your workout. And when you're a conscious eater, you're physically thinking about everything that goes into your mouth. So my thing is, you brothers are conscious businessmen, in my opinion, because you're thinking about it. You ain't just thinking about what's going to benefit Red, what's going to benefit Cal. You're thinking about what's going to benefit the community. So you're conscious businesmen, my man. That's my new word for y'all.
I appreciate you. That's what we're gonna take that.
Yeah.
Okay. Put a ding for yourself out there. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all can have that. That was free. You know what I'm saying?
And that's one of the key things about when I talked to him about Club Diamond. I said, this is something that we can get the community to come in. We got all these fraternities out here. We got, you know, they can come out here, they can utilize this, and we don't charge them to utilize it. Right. Whereas you go on Kadena, you got to spend at least $700 to $1,000. You got to buy food in order to use their facility. Yeah, see.
Bro,
but
hey man, when I think about, I came out, the spring, fall of 2019, we spent a grip. Don't get me wrong. Coming out, we did it at the old club. I mean, the Kadena Reisner Club.
It was
the Enlisted Club.
The Enlisted Club.
We did it at the Enlisted Club.
Rocker.
But let me tell you, it was off the chain. But bruh, the amount of money that we spent, got that off, was ridiculous, man. Now, ticket sales help. You know, we had some well, I ain't gonna say ticket sales, fundraiser events help offset that.
That's the thing, when you do on base, you have to do it as a fundraiser. If you do it at Club Diamond, it's a door charge.
Bruh, let me tell you, had we had those numbers at Club Diamond like we had on when I came out, don't get me wrong, this last coming out was off the chain, bro.
I appreciate you.
That environment,
oh, it was
off the hook, man.
It was off the hook.
Bruh, but quick transition. Bro, I didn't know that was y'all, bro.
You ain't supposed to.
I didn't know, bro.
You ain't supposed to.
I thought you was just helping out back there, and I remember you. And I kept telling you, I was like, man, where I
that's what I told you. I said, I ain't seen you since the summer of '82.
And I was like, not quite that far back, but it was Fat Boys. I'm gonna tell you, the barbecue. Yeah, let me tell you something about brothers, man. When we eat, we don't forget faces now. And we don't forget faces, we don't forget who made the potato salad. So.
Man, we appreciate it now. But that's, for me, I'm a background person.
Yeah.
And so my brother been trying to have me be more front. because I don't want people. I know a lot of people. I do a lot of good things for a lot of people just because that's just me, like how I explained before.
Yeah, man.
And I don't want it to be where somebody feel like they owe me something, that they got to do something, and you know, because Red gonna be there.
Yeah.
You know, I need to show up. I have to show up. Let me go support. I want you to come because it's great. Yeah. Because it's a good vibe. Because this is what we're doing. You know, we provide good service. This is what we're doing, and you know, and not necessarily because you know who it is. Right. The fact that you know who it is just like, oh man, that's you know that it's not about money.
Exactly.
From that point, it's like, oh, he got it. Oh yeah, it's not about money. He's not trying to break nobody's bank and trying to rob nobody. So it's supposed to be all love. Yeah. And so that's really how it is with me. So, you know, like I told you before I came in here, I ain't want to be on no video because I'm a background person.
I had to pull him out the shadows. Trust me.
Hey, it's all good. I wouldn't. Hey, you ain't got no choice. You ain't got no choice.
Pull him out the shadows.
Conversations we gonna do it. We gonna do it big, man. But man, I definitely appreciate y'all, man. So we gonna start wrapping this up real quick. But before we do, man, Kal, any closing words for you, man, as far as business or just life in general, man? Because you like me, you seasoned. So you seasoned, man. You know what, man? Don't even tell it to me. Tell it to the crowd, bro. Look at that
you know, the one thing I always tell people is never let somebody else tell you what you can't do, because you can do anything that you really put your mind to and you strive to do it. And a lot of people ask me, was I scared to start a business here? And I let them know, fear is a dream killer. Mm-hmm. Fear has killed a lot of people's dreams. The only way you know if you could do something or not is actually try it. If you try and you fail, try again. Go back and look at every step that you made and try to figure out where I went wrong. As long as you can backtrack over everything, you can figure out where you went wrong, you replan, re-strategize, and you try again. And that's just a life tip I got for everybody. Don't give up.
Man, that is awesome. You know, man, I really appreciate that. But check this out. You know, Kal, appreciate those words. We're going to turn it over to Pastor Red. Let him hit us up with some closing words. Same to you, bro. Tell it to the crowd, man.
Well, this is how I operate, so I can only speak for me and my experience and what we have going on. Because like we talked about, when it comes to black people, we came through a struggle. And so the thing that always attached to me that I really will not do and will not accept is the word can't and no. And that's one of the things that my grandfather told me. He said, live your life to where nobody can tell you no. And that's how you continue to move forward. You could go through the haters. You could go through the people that's trying to tear you down, because no matter what's going to happen, nobody can stop you, because there's no can't, there's no no. So when you make the decision that you're going to do something, just do it. It doesn't matter what's going on. It doesn't matter what they saying. It doesn't matter what hiccups you got. Just keep moving and keep plowing ahead. Don't worry about nothing. Don't worry about your family. Don't worry about money. Don't worry about, your boss or any other employees or where the location going to be at. If you made up in your mind that this is what you want to do, no matter what it is, if it's just a job, get the job, do the resume, do your time, talk to the people. You seen the movie Pursuit of Happiness. Shit, show up to that motherfucker every goddamn day. You know what I'm saying? And do what you got to do.
Absolutely.
But in the end, just do what needs to be done. Never give up.
Man, that is awesome, man. I appreciate that, man. And with that being said, man, we getting ready to wrap this up, man. Another great episode of Big Sid's Conversation. I want to give a special shout out to my man Kal Red. Thank y'all for coming through, sharing us about your business ventures, man, and the legacy that we're trying to leave here in Okinawa, man. So for all y'all out there that's listening, I hope y'all paying attention. And if you are of the entrepreneur mindset and you want to be involved in this, man, trust me. You know how to get in contact with these guys. You'll have the information as I complete the edit of this. I'll put their information up there. So just reach out and don't be afraid. Like you said, man, ain't no can't, man. Ain't no can't. All right.
Ain't no can't.
Thank y'all once again.
Thanks for having me, bro.
Appreciate you. Hey, Big Sid Conversations. Come through.
Just like that, man. It's a wrap. Peace.
Peace.